What's up, y'all? David's not here, but I got everything recording immediately as I started. It's Christmas time, y'all, and this podcast is dropping on Christmas. I wish I was dressed a little bit more festive, but Christmas sweaters don't look that great. But I'm going to hit that intro for you.
When you're not too cheery, and it's Christmas time, you got snow on the road, no place to go, you wish time would go by. I mean, I have a suggestion, do whatever you want with it. It's not your first, but it's not your last, your second favorite podcast. It's like your favorite podcast, just like your favorite gift for you. It's like your favorite podcast, bringing Christmas cheer to you. It's like your favorite podcast is dropping on Christmas Day. So sit back and relax. It's like your favorite podcast. It's like your favorite podcast.
What's up, y'all? And welcome to your second favorite podcast on Christmas Day. How are you, my lovely girlfriend?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderfully, fantastically well.
Sounds like it.
It seems like well kind of dilutes everything else I said. If you're watching the video version, we're in a different little room where there's trees. I was like, if I'm not going to dress in the Christmas attire, then I might as well
be around it.
That's the motto right there. If you're not gonna dress like it, just be around it. What you do today?
I went to work.
Really?
My sleep is so messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I was up at 12 in the morning, just up.
Really?
Yep. And then I waited until it was time for me to go to work, which is at 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So from 12 to 4, of course I got up and took a shower, but I was doing nothing.
Yeah. I feel like you're gonna listen back to this podcast and be like, yeah, I was tired. You sound tired.
I sound tired?
Yeah, you sound like I just kind of woke up. I'm trying to just, get through this.
No, it doesn't kick in that slow. I think I'm just mad at you. So.
Oh, you still mad at me?
Yeah, I asked for an apology and I didn't get it, so that causes people to still be upset.
Uh-huh. But the thing is, with warrants of an apology has to be a genuine one at least.
Okay. Well, you don't see that you owe me one, so.
Yeah. I'll hold it in my back pocket.
Mm.
A little salty Christmas, I like to say. But if anything, we like to ask our guests on this podcast the same question that we always ask. What do you want for Christmas?
What guest?
I'm just making stuff up. Roll
like
with
the
it.
invisible guy that's next to you?
Oh, here
Weirdo.
we go. Not rolling with the punches.
Who are you asking?
You.
Oh, I don't celebrate Christmas.
Okay, what would you like as a gift?
World peace. I would like the Asian countries and South Africa to not, learn more and stuff,
Not learn
You see
more?
that beauty pageant video, that meme?
No.
That's where I got that from. You missed.
Okay.
You missed.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't really know.
Right.
It was not. My stepfather was all like, "I'll get y'all a laptop," and I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
Well, that'd be nice. So you giving that laptop to me, right?
No, you can have yours.
So,
I used yours temporarily for the semester.
So you're gonna break my laptop and then
I didn't break it. I was telling you that I didn't break it, and you were all like, "Oh, it's broken."
Yeah. That's a good little story there.
I didn't break it though.
Oop, dang, you way low.
I didn't break it though, so.
Okay. It's not working as much. I swear you just can't podcast in peace. Don't touch me. You're not even supposed to be here. Nobody hears you. Oh, you see.
He spits in my eye all the time.
So you're going to spit in my eye on Christmas Day.
Sorry.
It's you get.
He'll be all right.
No.
Continue.
Gosh, I came upstairs to get away from the crowd, and it seems like I'm generating a crowd.
Yeah.
One day we're gonna podcast outside. That'll be nice and festive.
That should be cute.
In front of the big tree. What's up with this today?
It's like y'all stand here for the camera time.
For what? You have a whole thing downstairs.
Don't be so mean. They just want to be involved.
Oh, you so quick to be defensive of them.
Nicholas?
What are y'all up here for?
Nah, for real though. You know the headphones are. Oh,
She has headphones. Sorry for the interruption, everyone. I had some uninvited guests. But at Christmas time, there's no such thing as uninvited guests. Just guess.
That you didn't invite.
Yeah. That's why they called guests.
Yeah, I know.
So, in Christmas time, I want to eventually evolve my experience in Christmas, and not to try something out. One day, I'm not going to promise myself this next year because I don't want to disappoint myself. But one year, I wanted to like get different Christmas sweaters and not costumes. Well, eventually costumes. I can see my mind getting to that point and expressing my Christmas like that, where I'm wearing like different shirts, or maybe make custom ones, or just make cool little ornaments. Challenge myself to make content and things.
Seems like it's hard to make an ornament. You got to be like a glass maker.
Or you can get the clear ornaments and paint them.
That's basic.
But that's...
I was just thinking of shapes for some reason.
Oh.
For some reason. I don't know why, but I was thinking of shapes.
Yeah, I guess if you was making like straight up glass ornaments, then yeah. I'm really, it's weird that I'm happy inside, and then I finally could get I got a medium like this podcast to just be like,
wait, 2 months for this day, and now it's here. That's like graduation or prom.
Yeah, but at least this is why I kick up the Christmas spirit October 1st, because to feel like this and it just to feel like that and wait till to get to this time, it's kind of pointless, you know. It doesn't really feel. It feels like it's been flying by, but December felt like it's a long month. And I like this. Last year,
I would say it did too.
Yeah. Last year, I felt like this was a pretty short month. And it kind of sucked. And not really. I'm not going to say it sucked. 2016's.
I'm frozen. Oh.
2016's Christmas felt very blah to me.
Why?
I don't know. I guess because I just wasn't trying. I wasn't even really trying to implement the Christmas spirit.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And that's what
So what do you want for Christmas?
What I want for Christmas.
His camera lens is $300.
Yeah,
nobody's getting.
I do want my new camera lens though. Like this wide angle, it would be nicer if it was an actual lens, because this little extension tends to blur the edges as if it's like some type of little effect on there. And then that's just because it's not supposed to really be a perfect alternative. It's supposed to be a handy alternative. That's my new company, Handy Alternatives.
Handy Mandy.
Handy Mandy Alternatives. Hello, my name is Mandy, and I'm here to give you the handiest alternatives.
That's the backyardigans.
Really? Oh.
Hi, I'm Pablo. I'm Uniqua.
Duh. Your name was Uniqua.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. It's a unique name. You know what?
Qua.
One thing that I kind of miss, like as far as like the Christmas thing, Christmas vibes or whatever, I feel like TV networks are kind of lacking on showing Christmas movies. They'll show some, and then sometimes they're showing the same ones, which that's a whole nother discussion. But having that Christmas episode for shows that I like, they already released. So, you know, like especially because it's on shows like Netflix where they're releasing a whole season, It's kind of like,
Well, yeah, that's why it's not on TV no more, because they're like, oh, they can just stream it. Or they're using it on these weird channels where you got to pay for it and wait for the commercials.
yeah.
Or it's free and you got to wait for the commercials. And it's like double commercials.
Now some shows like Superstore or I can't say The Good Place because they're not really based off of days or holidays or whatever. But shows like Superstore, it's kind of a show I still watch this on TV that will do a Christmas episode kind of maybe weeks before.
Yeah.
Because it's just released at that time. But now that a lot of shows you get into is like on Netflix and Hulu on streaming networks, you're kind of like, dang. You're like, dang. They don't just, it's just not, I don't know. It just, I guess it takes away from the things you look forward to.
How?
Because some Christmas episodes will like drop maybe a week before.
Oh.
Or whatever.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's like, but not now. It's like if the whole season dropped in September, the Christmas episode is already out. So,
yeah.
But there still is networks that drop them week by week, but just not on TV. They're just on streaming networks. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think of things that are kind of out of the way. I mean, like taken out of the whole Christmas time. Feels like most of these conversations are going to be very one way.
No, it's not. I just have not watched television, so
yeah. I mean, that's my point, though.
I'm just like, what other shows?
Yeah. So
and I would have watched like the old stuff,
right? But you remember when you was younger and you like the SpongeBob episode, the Christmas episode came on, and that came out within that time. It was came.
Oh, you're saying because they dropped so early, it seems like it's not
right.
Well, how early are they supposed to? I don't even remember how early they dropped. How early are they supposed to drop?
Well, if they're on a cycle, if like SpongeBob came on every new episode came on at Tuesday at 5, it would drop that Tuesday before Christmas. That will be that Christmas episode, or if it will drop on the day of. But since now that all those shows are like Netflix will just send out a whole season and it come out in August, we have the whole season already.
But wouldn't it be a new episode?
What do you mean?
If it's any show, wouldn't it be a new episode? Because this is a new year.
Yeah, if it's on TV.
Oh, so you're not saying those?
No,
you're talking about the old stuff.
But you say Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
If Orange is the New Black, they release a whole season. They don't release episode week by week,
right? Which
will lead up to December. But if Orange is the New Black released a season in August, that Christmas episode is already out basically because that whole season's out. So there's no Christmas drop.
Okay.
It's like that because the streaming networks now they just release a whole season. It's not about episode week by week and tune in at 8:00 every Wednesday for a show. Or shows that do that they are out now that I'm not in I'm into don't really specify.
Yeah, I was wondering, do they like?
Because I mean, like How to Get Away with Murder. Yeah, like I think the first season they acknowledged that they was going past Christmas. This season they're in the wintertime, but they don't. They're like in a wedding scenery, so it's like there's no.
They probably
real
just
thing.
don't want to talk about it.
No, I mean, but there's no reason for it. There's no reason for them to. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
And it's difference between these kind of shows and cartoons. Because obviously, cartoons would be more catered to the festive stuff and Halloweens and the Christmas and the St. Patrick's Days and stuff like that. They'll release things on holidays. But if you're a crime murder show, unless the show kind of hits it.
Some of them don't.
Yeah, like a Law and Order, they may hit it. They may go like, "Oh, it's Christmas time and it is murder." That
several was a Santa murder or something.
That makes sense. But if you're in How to Get Away with Murder, we're all trying to build up to this one date. Like right now, we're at a wedding and we're building up all the way up to the wedding. And if it's not during Christmas, there's no point to acknowledge it. But I don't know. I just wonder. The only thing that used to just bother me was the movies not playing that much. But I had to be honest with myself and be like, am I really going to go tune in to these movies that's on TV?
That are old or new?
Mostly old. There's no real new good Christmas movies.
I'm going to say that Disney Christmas holiday, that Disney holiday thing that was on YouTube, that live, I really like that. So
yeah, I
sat and watched it.
But that's nice. but that's old that's old shows that you're obviously into, and then obviously have released before, and so of course that's going to be nice to just say, hey, let me get all the Christmas episodes of my favorite shows and watch it. So that does replace that void of any new shows that you're into.
Yep.
I would say that's interesting.
That's what I.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's the only thing I can say I really wanted to tune into. That's the only thing I really wanted. Yep.
But it's funny when you watch them, you're like, huh, I don't remember that episode.
I don't remember the idea behind most of it.
Yeah, the details, I don't remember.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, it's like, I don't know.
that's what they meant?
Yeah.
I remember hearing that, but I don't remember knowing when that's what it meant, or just.
And the only thing about the Disney episodes, they had a cheesy ending around that whole, because the Lizzie McGuire one was a different era from That's So Raven, just because That's So Raven was part of the Zack and Cody's and the Hannah Montana, that style. Lizzie McGuire was with the Even Stevens and the Phil of the Future. Like they had that style, which I kind of liked more because it felt like it was goofy and I could laugh on my own accord. It wasn't no laugh box of crowds.
Yeah, I'm wondering when they started that.
Around that little era. There was one.
Yeah, that Hannah Montana was just boring. I never liked that show.
I didn't either. I think I tuned in maybe just because it was on.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Never watched it for longer than a minute.
Yeah. I mean, that show can work with now's Disney, which makes me not really like it as much, I guess. Just saying that just off the top of my brain. I'm not sure if that would be redacted. But yeah, I do like that though. I do like that. But I was just saying, that's what I was trying to get to with the That's So Raven and those type of show episodes. They will get like this cheesy ending where it's like we do the singing.
They always want somebody to sing.
Yeah, no. It's cringy.
It
now.
almost seemed like that's why they started. It's like that's why the lead started. It's because they got to sing. That's why I always thought about on the Martin show when Pam or Gina would sing. I was like, y'all just wanted to sing.
Yeah,
They don't
especially
even care
like,
about acting.
Yeah, especially those two. I think at one point though they really wanted to do a singing career.
Yeah, when I was watching her interview, she was talking about how acting she just fell into. Singing was what she really wanted to do.
Right.
That was her first love, and I think that's funny. Their name is Tisha and Tashina.
They're sisters?
No, that's just their names.
Oh, yeah.
It's Tisha
yeah.
Campbell and Tashina Arnold. I was like,
yeah.
gosh.
I didn't even think
Y'all
about
are
what's her name.
friends? I don't know. With Tisha Campbell, which is the light-skinned one, she was talking about how, I don't know, I just think she loved the spotlight. And she had an okay voice. So she was like, all right, let me use this.
Right. I feel like everybody in that time that were successful,
They were trying to sing.
that are still doing okay, have that same mindset. It was just like, oh, let me see what else I could do with this. And that's good, to carry on your, I guess your fame or whatever you got. That thing. I'm happy, babe.
That's good.
I don't know. I don't know why, but it's so weird because I wasn't like this like a couple minutes ago. I guess because now I'm expressing it.
You want to tell us why?
Why I'm happy?
Yeah.
Because it's Christmas time.
It's good enough.
I was going to wait till Christmas Day to record it, but I was like, I don't want to worry about trying to record something, edit it, and then post it. Because normally I have David do it, but he's on holiday. Hope you're enjoying your time, David. I hope you enjoying your time.
He's on holiday. He got the longest holiday I've ever heard of.
Yeah. I told him, man, just take it off, man, because he needs to stay with his family.
That's what she said. Take it off. Take it off. It's actually Shake It Off.
No. Just, it was a good remix.
Flow. Yeah.
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 Good John Flow. John Wiki Flow. John Stanius Flow. I wish I kind of knew why Christmas took on the red and green color scheme.
Who knows why they do a lot of things? Why is
Yeah.
the Easter a bunny?
If I could change the colors of Christmas, I'll probably do a baby blue. It's kind of, I ain't gonna say that's obvious because that's kind of most likely what I would love to do.
Then you would have like blue trees. That's ugly.
A baby blue tree?
That's ugly.
I think if we could pull off a white tree,
White is neutral.
yeah, but I never like look at it and be like, ooh, a Christmas tree. I was just like, oh,
Really?
white tree, yeah.
Those
I mean-
I like those big white ones.
Hmm. If they're thick, yeah,
Your mom wraps a lot of stuff around them.
yeah.
I usually like just the lights. It's just a white tree and white lights.
That's like
That's it.
that's like just eat a vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. It's basic and simple and it's nice.
She's like putting toppings on her ice cream.
Yeah, this is like whipped cream and that's sprinkles. No, the glitter is actually sprinkles. This is like toppings like Oreo cookies or something.
Go ahead, tell me more. This kind of sucks for the audio listeners, but
Why?
because they can't see
Oh,
anything.
all right. So the chimes that are on this tree is like a bell, an angel, and a heart, and the little ornament that's a circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a ribbon, and then there's glitter on the tree, and then there's this lights. So the lights gotta be like, what's those little like Dippin' Dots? Dippin' Dots you put on your ice cream.
Oh, okay. I
The
thought
glitter gotta be the sprinkles. The ornaments gotta be like cookie, some big cookie. Could be like cookie dough or cookies and cream, and then the ribbon gotta be like whipped cream inside of it or something that has a circular motion.
Yeah. Good job, man. You know one.
Thanks. Your claps are always so long.
Yeah, and loud.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny because when I was in elementary school, I could not clap that loud. Well, I told you
I
this
thought I was
before.
snapping. You
No,
just told me this
not
already.
snapping. No, clapping. I couldn't clap that loud. I couldn't snap at all in elementary school.
Okay.
But yeah, once I hit like middle in 8th grade, 9th grade, that clap started getting loud.
Mm-hmm.
Hands started getting bigger. That's why it's like ka 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 ka. Every time I did it, like, Nick.
So extra.
I mean, if I'm not extra, I'm not me. I like me.
That's good. It's nice to like yourself.
Yeah, I get fed up
Be
with myself
comfortable in your own
sometimes.
skin.
I can't remember the song. I was gonna sing a song. What about this one? What is this one? The Angel Peach.
It's the same thing.
Angel Peach?
Ornaments are still.
I was talking about this one. Just what this is. What topping is that? Peach?
I don't even understand that one.
Angel Peach? I thought
My grandma had that one.
this is exact one.
That angel over there.
Yeah.
That's pretty generic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That angel peach one I don't understand though. Why does the angel have a peach butt or body?
I would assume it's a Georgia reference.
Oh, okay.
I just would assume, just to make some sense out of it. You have any cool Christmas memories?
I just remember a lot of the times where I was younger. I remember several times where we would always have all these gifts because it was 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a buttload of gifts under the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all so extra. And I remember this one Christmas where a lot of my little cousins slept over, and we all slept like kind of. Our stairs were kind of like yours.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like stay by the edge of the steps, you could see the living room.
Mm-hmm.
I slept like right there. I remember that. I remember sleeping on the hardwood floor,
Mm-hmm.
waiting until 12 o'clock because they let us open the gifts at 12.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it would be funny because I would sleep late. So I would stay up maybe like 10, and then 11 come in, and then 12 I'm like sleepy. Like, dang.
Sound about
But I remember sleeping on the top of the step, and then my parent hearing them wrapping gifts at the last minute. I was like, dang, I'd have been mad. I got to wrap these gifts, and they about to tear it apart in less than 5 minutes.
yeah.
It's like, what was the point? Why y'all do that? Y'all those last minute people is what it is.
It'd be funny if you saw the wrapping paper kind of like it's like they just put it in the middle and just taped it over and didn't even like try to box it up. Like toilet
Here you
paper.
go. Yep.
Yeah.
That's just a good memory I remember was having. I don't know. It's that the picture of having gifts under the tree is cute.
Yeah.
I think that's cute. It could just be boxes of empty boxes.
Empty boxes and nicely wrapped stuff.
Yeah, I just like how wrapped gifts look.
Yeah.
They're really cute.
I love it when I used to see in Smyrna, they have like this huge tree and it just has gifts under it. And I'm just like, is one of them mine?
Mm-hmm. Even if it's an empty box, I just want the wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me have that.
Put a little weight to mine. Maybe.
Put some rocks in there.
Yeah, just don't let it be bumpy. Just feel like a solid weight. So when I pick it up, it just feels like, ooh, what could this be? I ain't asked for nothing this heavy.
It's a boulder.
It's a rock.
It's just a stupid boulder.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this, but one of my Christmas memories was wishing for like things the day before Christmas.
How old were you?
I was like 5 or 6. I don't know. I had to be that young. I had to be either that young or that old. I don't know which one it was.
That's young.
Yeah. So
5 years young.
because the crazy thing is I taught myself to believe in Santa, and then also taught myself out of it. So it's like no one told me. My mom and dad didn't say there's Santa, this and that and the other.
Society did.
They did it for Rick, but they didn't do it for me. Just like they did with Halloween. They didn't celebrate with Halloween. They celebrated Halloween with Rick, but they didn't take me trick or treating. I didn't really care for it. I got a lot of candy at school anyway.
Basically,
I was too nervous to go out anyway. It's not a Halloween episode.
you were nervous to go out. That's
Yeah.
the most fun.
But that's always been my thing, like about being nervous to be around other people.
God, you sound like my mother.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I didn't want to be around people. They're so. What if they blow it up? Okay.
your mom is
Jeez.
funny. I already pointed that out with her about the crazy extreme ideas that she has. It's like it can't just be as simple as, oh, I just tripped and maybe scuffed my toe. It's like you tripping, you're gonna break your bone. Why? How does it get there? How does it get
It's
there?
because of that glass thing she said.
Yes.
That was crazy. It's like, all right, Mom, I get that you got to be a parent and think of the extreme, but geez,
Be careful. That glass will
it's
pop
going
up.
to shoot up in your eye.
It's like, why?
I highly doubt it's going to go that far, but all right.
Oh man, but I remember wishing like a whole bunch of stuff. I wanted a like life-size gingerbread house. I wanted a remote, a car I can get in. I was always fascinated about like little electric cars that I can drive in.
You wanted a Tesla.
Yeah, I wanted a Tesla before it existed, but a kid version. I'm pretty sure that's gonna come out sooner or later. Ooh boy,
Like those cars, but you wanted it bigger?
yeah,
The toy cars? Okay.
basically, yeah. I wanted to be able to drive in it, and it's kind of like a go-kart.
Gotcha.
Still in the go-karts back then. Yeah, I remember wishing all that, and then going downstairs and still thinking that it was really going to be there. Realized that it wasn't there, and I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's weird. I used to get pissed off because my sisters would get gifts that I asked for. And they wouldn't even care about the gifts. Like, I asked for a baby for alive for like 2 weeks straight.
Mm-hmm.
I found out Aaliyah gets one, or I think it was Dee. And she was like, oh, I didn't ask for this. And my mom would be like, oh, that was for Jada. Whose name was on it? She said, it said my name. I was like, that happened almost every year. I was like, do y'all forget? What's going on? Did y'all not read the list?
They didn't check it twice.
Maybe. I hated it. That used to piss me off.
That's a funny thing to hear. Every year, you give my gift away.
And then they would have to give it to me. I was like, no, I don't want it now. The thought is gone. Thought it has deteriorated.
Yeah.
I'm still low. I can't hear myself at all. What was I about to say? What was the worst one you ever had?
I'm not gonna say
The
worst.
texts from your exes.
I'm not gonna say my worst Christmas, because it wasn't bad. It's just it was because I had bad grades in school, and nobody got me anything except like sweatshirts and still clothes, and I was just like, then my mom got her Macintosh. She got a whole Mac computer.
Dang.
It wasn't the worst, but it was just the.
Like, how dare you spend money on yourself?
She didn't get it for herself. My dad got it for her.
Because basically, they got the same money.
Basically.
But
So, she got it for him, and he was like, well, all the money I saved, not getting y'all nothing.
That's mean.
I was like, okay.
My parents used to do that too.
It
I
was
saved a
reasonable.
lot of money not getting that.
Yeah.
I remember this one time there was a debate because Siani wanted to start wearing makeup
Yeah.
and my stepdad wasn't having it, but the family dynamic was so broken. My mom got it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like, "You're growing up. You're gonna get." So Siani was literally Siani was opening her gift.
Mm-hmm. It's coming.
I don't think I pressed it good enough.
It's recording.
Oh, well, Siani was opening her gift, and it was like a makeup set, like those little cheap ones you get from the store. And he was like, "I'm just let you know, I wasn't happy about that." Who cares? It's Christmas. Crazy.
Yeah, it's when I see those makeup sets, I think of like oil pastel.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel too. Or
like,
crayon.
Yeah. I was like, is that real? Is that? Oh man, I can't remember the brand, but it was a set that I got a long time ago. It had oil pastels, it had colored pencils. It was like an art kit.
Yeah, they all did that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it was like supposed to be like high quality, yada yada yada, whatever. But I remember having that for so long. I didn't even like use the oil pastels because I treated oil pastels like they should be collectibles. Because I didn't like using them because it felt like there was such a cool thing to have, a cool thing to use, and I wasn't really much of an artist. So,
what's your favorite medium to use? I never
Media?
liked paint, but
oh,
or maybe is it media? I think it's media.
Media? You mean like something like to draw or paint or?
Yeah.
I guess I can say drawing because
like crayons,
acrylic.
acrylic,
Color pencils.
color pencils.
I love some color pencils.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah, I like them too. I color sometimes when I'm depressed.
Right. I think dog.
Because it's only when I'm sad is when I just start to drown in coloring.
I was so dark to go by it.
Yeah.
I could just not acknowledge that you said that. I only color like when I'm depressed. But yeah, yeah, I like color pencils because this girl told me that the reason why I like color pencils is because guys can't color, and it's easier to color with a pencil than it is with crayons.
Yeah.
They used to get frustrated. Girls would be able to perfectly in the lines, nothing, just looking perfect, and I'm like, all out swirls are coming out. It's like, when did I even do that? When did I swivel out the line? So color pencils were a lot easier for me to use. I didn't like it that it wasn't hard colors, but I dealt with it. What about you?
I like charcoal. I like using charcoal.
Really?
Yeah. I made my first, when I was in art class, I feel like, okay art piece. It was good enough because I used to just only be able to stick people.
Yeah.
So when I first had charcoal, I was like, oh, I'm making something. It's actually looking like a shape of something.
You're such a all-around pyromaniac.
You think so?
Color with charcoal, like playing with fire.
Not as much as you do.
You don't know that. You kind of have more pyro stories than I do.
Maybe.
I try to keep mine a little controlled and a little not often.
Well, that's because you're a control freak.
I'm a control freak.
I'm more sporadic and spontaneous and not thinking about
dangerous.
the other. I'm not thinking of consequences.
Let's say cautious.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't feel like my control freak goes over to being scared to burn down the house. That was the only thing I'd be thinking about. Like, what if I can't control the fire and it burns down the house? I ain't wanna
Let's say overly cautious for your age.
Overly cautious for my age.
Yeah.
I would hope my kid be that cautious.
Probably not.
I would be, because if he's not,
Probably not.
he's gonna get into a lot of crap.
Yeah. I got into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but that's you. My dad got into a lot of trouble.
And look at Ricky.
He didn't get as much trouble as my brother.
Trouble. At least nobody had babies out of wedlock, so that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I used to hear.
Ain't none of y'all ready for none of that.
When I used to hear Whitlock, I thought it was a place.
Wedlock? Yeah, I thought so too.
There's a place called Whitlock Avenue. It's like
Of
a
course,
road.
there's a street that's always wedlock something.
Yeah.
It seemed like in Douglas County they ran out of names for streets. I was thinking of that when I was going down Six Flags Drive because I was like, why don't y'all just call it something else? Why is it Six Flags Drive to be specific? It's just something I was thinking about driving.
Right. I wish I had got a gift for you and you can unbox it here.
You did give me a gift.
Yeah, but I wanted to give you one for the podcast.
Oh, podcast gift?
Podcast gift.
I don't know what I want to do. I might hand make something.
Really?
Yeah. I just can't think of what.
I was about to ask what.
I
Like a
don't know,
necklace?
it's hard to hand make something that people need. It's like, what is that?
You could hand make a toilet plunger.
I'm not that creative. That's why I'm like, I'm just going to go to a shelter because
You
I
can make a
can't
toothbrush.
make anything. How do you make a toothbrush?
Whatever the actual brush is, that material is not that hard to find, but it's just, you can craft the toothbrush.
You know, I would probably get some wood and just sharpen it until it's like a stick. Like, here's your toothbrush.
Yeah, if you like, I forgot what it's called when you get to the point where it can last for a minute.
Fine tooth comb.
That too.
I have this idea to get a brush and a comb because I always lose my brush or my comb.
Oh, they do have those though.
Yeah, they do.
I can't tell
I just never found it.
brush and a comb, because I mean, like, I was about to. You said that, I was thinking a toothbrush and a comb. It's nasty.
Yeah, that is gross. Got your hair all in there with your teeth. Your plaque in there with your hair. Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need to be that convenient.
Do you have a new toothbrush?
Yeah, I just bought one.
Oh, I was about to say you need one because it's starting to look like this.
Really?
Yes.
It
Look
does.
like somebody pushed their thumb into it.
I'm starting. I do my. I just got a new pack.
You supposed to invest in a...
Electric one?
Yeah.
I ain't got electric money.
It should have been the same amount as a pack.
It was. I saw it, and I was like, I'm not sure which one it is. Like, I'm not sure which one you said to get.
Well, the one I said was online because the ones in the store have all that. It collects freaking dirt.
Mm-hmm. Did you think about getting a Quip?
Is that the one we saw on the internet?
That was the...
On the commercials?
I don't know. I didn't see a commercial
I
for
have
it.
a lot of stuff I need to get.
I always hear
so
it on people's
I just need to
podcasts.
re-up on it. Yeah, I think that's the one I wanted.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have any holes in it.
Right.
Because when a toothbrush has holes, it collects so much dirt.
Right.
But I do like electric toothbrushes because I don't think I've ever gotten the plaque on my own.
Yeah.
It's also good to floss, you know? Good dental hygiene.
I used to think that when I got electric toothbrushes, it was kind of cool to... It felt like it was getting more. It felt like I was at a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just remember having that little nasty strawberry tasting
Yes,
one.
I wonder if they just do no taste. I think they don't. I think they have that for no
They
taste.
probably have a no taste one.
But I'm allergic to menthol, so I'm like, I don't want that directly on my tooth.
Yeah. I don't know what they used to do, but it was like...
Used to feel like somebody's putting icicles on my teeth.
I'm glad that my teeth don't feel sensitive like they used to.
Yeah.
That used to be annoying.
I remember the feeling when they used to floss, and it used to be painful. I was like, oh, from now on, I'm flossing myself so I can get used to this.
Yeah, no.
Because I was in serious pain.
Yeah, it's tough. I can't stand that flossing feel. Huh.
I love it. I love it now. I like to hear the sound when it comes out. It's like,
Sound like you done popped your tooth out. Well, I know that the actual floss doesn't sound like that, but it just seems like that would be the sound it would make. I always have a dream that my tooth is falling out. I don't know why.
you know what that means?
Not actually, they never fall out. They always just rotten.
Ugh.
It's like either that, like a hole be in it, and it's like stuff. You know that little video that you sent me, that little parasite inside that grasshopper.
Yeah.
Oh, it just creeped me out.
I was creeped out too.
It makes me think of anything that looks like a worm stick is something. But it's like, of course, it took that form as it was in that grasshopper. It didn't look like that at first, but it grew to be like that. It's like,
This one person comment saying it was poison. It's like, do grasshopper or venom? It's like, do grasshoppers have venom?
oh, I thought it maybe said that they got bitten instead of them being venomous.
okay.
Venomous.
Well, I was like, it's alive.
Reminisce.
It's alive.
Yeah. I get very interested in very animal movies. I mean, animal videos.
You need to go on the parasite cleanse. You'll see so many when you poop it out. They're like little white balls. You'll see it in your poop.
We're trying to stay on topic on the Christmas. Let's get back to Christmas.
Everybody gets so uncomfortable when you talk about poop. It's crazy. Because at work, right?
It's funny when I bring it up and I make a
Yeah, people are like, he laughed. He thought it was funny, but he was like, he didn't need to know all that. I'm like, well, it's just poop.
It's weird time. I'm not asking for the information. Of course, I don't.
I thought it was hilarious. Well, I was at work, and
Oh, here we go.
this lady complained about the bathroom being nasty. Now, I'm thinking it's trash all over the floor.
Right.
Toilets are clogged up, and my boss was like, who's supposed to be cleaning the bathroom? And the cleaning guy was on break. And then they was like, oh, we gonna have to get somebody to clean it then. And I was like, I mean, I don't mind doing it if somebody come in there and help me. It's just like picking the stuff off the floor, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And he was all like, all right, go ahead and ask somebody. So I asked this girl, and she didn't want to do it. So I went in there just to see what was in there, and it was just poop in every single stall. Every single one. There was nothing on the floor. No toilet paper. It was not out of toilet paper. It was just poop in every single toilet.
That's nasty.
Yeah. And the first one had like shredded diarrhea in it too.
Okay.
I was like, ugh.
See, and that's probably why you don't want to hear about it, because it's like too much detail.
Really? Like, is it that gross?
It's not. You don't want to. Some things you just don't need to hear. It's okay. It is okay. And that's my Christmas message to y'all. It is okay to not hear everything.
No, there's some people that are oversharers. I know those people.
Right.
I'm not one of those people. I just thought that was hilarious. You need a mental picture, like.
No, my imagination is pretty big, and I can see it, as you would just say, the base thing. But once you start going real deep, it's almost like you picked it up and put it in my face.
Like, look at this
Yeah.
poop.
It shouldn't be that comfortable.
We all
picking
got
up.
kids. Come on now. We deal with poop every day.
Why you talk like you somebody's mom?
I was trying to
We all got
trying
kids.
to humanize it.
No, we don't. We do not.
Trying to humanize it or something.
It's already humanized. It's just not necessarily normalized.
Why? It's poop.
It exists,
Poop.
and it's something that you talk about within the conversation, but just randomly bring it up. That's when nobody cares to hear it.
How do you just randomly have a conversation if it's not just randomly brought up?
Maybe if like in a doctor's office, or
Well, it has to be some type of environment like that.
it's got to be a situation where somebody asks for it.
What's your stool looking
Maybe
like?
maybe somebody that maybe was trying to figure that out, and then that person wanted to contribute to that conversation, then yeah, that's welcomed. But when Nicholas is just having a Christmas episode, doesn't fall in the line.
Well, what you want to talk about then?
I don't know. There's not much I can talk about with you.
Yes, there is.
It's kind of hard for me to expand on it, because we already said, I was like, what gift would you get? You said, I don't celebrate Christmas, so. And I'm like, okay.
And then
I'm thinking like, how would you set up your Christmas tree? But I don't think you would.
No.
See what I'm saying?
No
These are
Christmas
questions
tree.
I'm thinking of, like,
Well,
what
why
would you do
don't
for the future?
Change the dynamic a little bit.
Because it's my Christmas episode.
No, you could still talk about Christmas, but just be like,
try to
for somebody who doesn't celebrate it. And then you do.
Do
So
you
it could be an easy dialogue of me who don't and you who do.
Do you still like seeing the houses decorated?
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. I miss the fact that I don't see a lot, but that's obviously because of my area. But it's nice to know that that's still that shouldn't go away anytime soon.
It seems like people put their Christmas tree by the window on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
To show, yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like decorating your outside without putting it outside.
I be wondering how people get it on the very edges of their roof. Like, do
Mm.
y'all tape that?
I think that those trees are not as heavy.
No, not the tree. The actual lights that are on the edges of people's roofs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like that's hard. That looks hard.
I feel like people really hire somebody for that.
They might.
They got to, because that's just. I would love to decorate my front yard. Front yard. But I don't want to clean that up.
Yeah.
Nor do I want to set it up.
Yeah, and especially it's cold. I saw one family doing it. Like, they were all outside trying to put the stuff on their door and into the bushes.
Mm-hmm.
It was so cute. But I was just thinking, every time I see it, like a whole roof being done, I just think of the Grinch episode where she had that gun.
Yeah.
And it was like, she put in her. I was like, maybe that's what they did.
Do you like any Christmas movies?
No, because they always had some scary story in the middle. Not scary, but like serious, and then but we're still family in the end. I don't like that feeling.
You know what just made me imagine? Like a horror story, but at the end they just ignore it. Like your movie Coraline. Coraline. I knew it. I was thinking Cord, and I was like, maybe
I'm a real fan if I correct you, so it's cool.
So Coraline has a dark movie. It's a dark movie because it's like, all this other stuff is, and she gets out of that and all this stuff, but those kids are still dead. Yep. There's no resurrection.
It's Tim Burton for you.
I'm like,
I love him.
That's crazy to think that that's such a kids movie. And to have that dark message, that's one of those movies that falls into that category of like dark humor, but in a kids movie that I never noticed.
You know what I want to do?
Did I say humor? Dark message. Go ahead.
You did. I want to get like those like glass cases. It doesn't have to be real long. Maybe a little one. One would have full of Harry Potter stuff, and another one would have Coraline stuff.
That'd be cool.
It'd be really nice because those vinyls look really cute.
Would you like the
pops?
Yeah. I wish I could get you all of them. I like them so much.
They're really cute.
Would you be okay with a Coraline and Harry Potter crossover?
No.
Maybe a Christmas crossover?
No.
Maybe a Christmas
Happy
crossover.
Christmas.
That
throws you off.
Annoys me. Happy Christmas is such a weird thing to say.
Oh my gosh. So this guy at my job was like, don't start with that happy holidays crap. I was like, hey, shut up.
Yeah, I feel like I always have to explain to people why you say like, happy holidays.
Come on now, be a little open.
Especially when you work in retail. Because you really don't know.
Yeah, they just say it like,
I mean,
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
It's
like,
okay.
I mean, I was like, I get you. Y'all are, it's the South. I get you.
It's the South. Yeah.
It's not as diverse as it is. Just like Mr. Wright said. It's like, finally, somebody understands.
No one ever denied that.
Like, well, no, everybody's all like, we got people down here too, though. So
it's like, it's because I feel like if you say that, you're not acknowledging our diversity as... You're not acknowledging what we have. We're not as diverse, but we do have diversity.
I would say, yes, y'all have diverse people, but y'all culture is not diverse. It's very one-sided here.
So like when you go to Fulton, you know, you kind of get the taste of what we offer.
Which is
or the Hispanic, black, and white cultures. Like,
really?
You get that feeling between, because it's a big county. When you in country areas, obviously you're only going to get limited to what you see around
Is this
you.
a country area?
Yeah, it's a very country area. When
That's
you,
what I thought.
like Fulton is part of Atlanta, so you do kind of get, get more city oriented stuff, because we get so many different people that come down here. They don't come down here to start their own businesses or just to make their own.
They don't come down here to go back to the ghetto. They come back.
They don't also try
Yeah.
to make, like their thing that they made up north down here, or what they knew up north down here. They kind of just live because it's so simple.
Yeah, that's their intentions, is to be in something quieter.
Exactly.
Or
And that's
smaller.
what we're most likely, known for, as far as the people that come up north to come down here, or come from the west and come over here.
Yeah.
And the most parents like to just move because they like to raise their kids in this area better than they would in other places.
This is not a place where you raise children.
Yeah.
At all.
It's the safest place you could.
No, it's not.
It is the safest. There's less crap going on in Georgia than it would be in your Phillies and your Bronx and your Brooklyns and your LAs.
I'd say there's less testing for children. You don't get tested as much.
No,
But-
our education system is lacking. I
No,
give you
not
that.
education. Like social testing.
What do
You
you
don't
mean?
get into many situations. Like, the only situation you probably get into here is religion or colorism.
Uh-huh. You
That's
get
about
more.
it.
You build your tolerance here.
I don't think so.
Because you're mostly tested.
There's not many issues here.
It's a lot of racist stuff going
Yeah,
on here.
that's all you get.
That's about tolerance, though. That's kind of one of our biggest tolerance.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
If you're around a bunch of people that are so cool with each other, you you really wouldn't get a taste.
That's what I'm
of it.
saying. It's not like that up north either. But up north, you get bullied. Your fighting is tested.
Right.
Your ability to deal with people, you don't get as sensitive. It's like a lot of social things that is tested for you to develop when you're up north. But here, the only thing you got to worry about is people being racist or just what was the other thing I said? Religious.
You said everything that would still happen here.
I feel like that didn't happen for me though.
Not for you. But
Well, I can only talk from my own
I
perspective.
know, but to say that as if it's a thing you're talking for the state, correct?
No.
But that's what I'm saying. So what was the
I'm
point
talking about my difference in perspective of both states.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You say that, but it's as if it's a broad statement about Georgia in general. As if the kids in here would not experience that down here like they would up there because you did. You get what I'm saying?
Did you think you experienced that here?
I'd experience it because of who I am. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, I'm not diluting that it doesn't happen to some kids.
But that was the point we was making about what your experience as a kid would be. But you was basing it off your experience, which didn't broad out what could happen here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course you're gonna be on you can definitely get that in the South because you're rooting for this.
But I'm saying, like, if you expressed like the one thing that you will learn up north is your way around than you would down here. We don't really emphasize things that go on because there's not much that goes on down. There's not much that goes on down here for us to remember streets and remember the places to go and places to eat and stuff like that because we don't have that. Now that's special. I don't know that, but that everyone knows that is a thing for up north. So that's a thing that you would bring
I
up.
think it's like that in the city because Atlanta's like that too.
See, but even with Atlanta, you get the people that know they're 24th. They say they go on 24th Street and find a hole in the wall. But the fact that you in up north, you don't even have to be in the city particularly. In some way, if you live in New York, you know the city and
Yeah,
you
you
know
have to.
outside. See,
That's
but that's
somewhere you
not
go.
what we need. We don't need to know. We can stay out of the city and never touch Atlanta. And that's the difference between. And it's not my experience. So I'm speaking from a standpoint where everyone knows that you wouldn't learn that down here than you would up there.
Well, I went to the socially route, so I feel like
But
anything socially could happen.
right, but I'm saying you said things that do happen here as if it didn't. Like it's not prevalent to happen here. based
I
off
think that's
of
what
your.
you're getting, because that's not what I was
You
saying.
said off of your experience. It
Okay, so
happened
I'm
to
not
you
saying it doesn't happen here.
I didn't
think
say
that's
you're
what
not
you took.
totally saying it, but when you said it, you only stated what you experienced, but yet you said it's not. It's I can only speak from my experience. But we was talking about a standpoint of what you would experience here, than you wouldn't up north, correct?
But you just said what I would experience here, so I'm confused.
I'm not
now.
asking you what you would experience, but it's enough. It's about what anyone could take from living in Georgia and living from up north. I never lived up north, but what I just said before is not based off of what I know. So it's not based off of.
Well, I feel like it's kind of the statement that I made. It's kind of like the statement people make, like saying the Southern hospitality thing, because I don't think that's true.
No, not everybody.
There's a
has
lot
it.
of hospitality up north.
We're just more
It's
known
just-
for it. Don't mean that we do it all the time, but that's our thing.
So I think that's kind of the same thing. Up north, you're known for having more issues socially than in the South. And like you just said, there's not much that goes on down here.
But like I said,
So-
based off what you said, no. I'm only basing it off what you just said. What you said are things that would happen here. That's not too crazy, and it's not too north and south thing. It's that happens no matter where you are. That's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't give me a point. You're not giving me things that are just north oriented.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure if I'm saying that right. Because it's like, if you're just like, chocolate is better up north than it is down here. And it's like, y'all don't have any good chocolate places. And it's like, we do. But you're saying based off your experience that you don't. But if you would have just told me that you have more variety of restaurants from up north from down here, then yeah, that makes sense. Because we don't have that much stuff going on, because y'all do thrive in that department. But there's,
Well, I think I can't make a statement like that socially, like I said, because socially, several things happen for different people.
okay.
So I don't think you can make a broad statement with that.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays. I truly enjoy this podcast, and we had a great year. A great year. I mean, not in the world sense, but
Yeah, the world is going to poop.
it like how you still bring it up, poop. It just don't matter what. It was pretty good though. I mean, as far as like things I did for my channel, it's not like growing crazy, but it's the fact that I'm enjoying what I do and being able to post things that I like. And
You talk about New Year's stuff on Christmas. That's funny.
because the next time this podcast will post, it'll be New Year's.
I just thought it was funny.
That's why I'm talking about it.
Okay. You didn't have to justify it. I just thought
But
that was funny.
So
Get your hand up.
take it. I was giving you a high five.
I don't know what that was.
Do I need to put it higher?
No, it just looked like you was like, all right.
Now, if I did this.
It's still in a distance.
So hang up your stockings, wrap your presents, and give your biggest cheer. And I hope you have your best 2019 year.
Dang, you butchered it.
Yeah, no, it's sad because I was mixing up words in the middle of that. But if you like this video, if you like this podcast, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next year. Woo!